We hear a lot about what people want to see in GTA 6, but have we ever considered the stuff that people don't want to see?
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Since we're finna get GTA 6 before GTA 6, a lot of people are anticipating that this is about to be the most realistic life simulator of all time. They're expecting everything to be in the game. Now, what does everything consist of, you may ask? Honestly, I don't know, but what I do know is there are a lot of things people don't want to see that were in previous GTA games. And no, I'm not making this information up based on my opinion. My dad actually works at Rockstar Games, and he told me the things that fans don't want to see.
What?
I'm joking. These are the things that I found on the GTA 6 subreddit. Now, the number one thing that I constantly seen people say they don't want to see, and everybody agreed upon, was no more futuristic stuff in GTA 6. I'm talking about the Oppressor MK2, jetpacks, flying cars, the deluxe, so on and so forth. You name it. You know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm talking about the GTA Online aspect of the game right now, but you can't deny that once the game drops and Online comes out, that's going to be what makes them the most money right off the bat. I was never big on GTA Online, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but to my understanding, the reason people don't want to see stuff like this, especially the Oppressor MK2 for example, is because it's an OP vehicle. It results in a lot of griefing because it's a weapon that takes no skill. These are the things that I learned. These are the things that I researched. It takes no skill. I hopped on the game and started using it. I was a beast with it. And then it just kind of makes the game enjoyable for other people, because if I hopped on the game right now, you can't tell me that I'm not going to run into a tryhard sweat who doesn't even know what the sun look like, who's just going to attack me for no reason because he ain't got nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's my take on it as to why people don't want to see things like this, because it just doesn't take much skill and it's too easy to use and just interfere with other people for no reason. But please, all the GTA Online veterans, please comment down below more reasons as to why people don't want to see futuristic stuff, or specifically the MK2. Enlighten everybody, including myself. I won't get mad, I promise. On the topic of GTA Online, another thing people don't want to see is online being the main priority. When you look at all the older GTA games, they always had some type of spin-off. Vice City stories, Liberty City stories. I really wish we would have got a San Andreas stories. The Ballad of Gay Tony, the Lost and Damned on GTA 4. You don't see things like that anymore. Apparently, GTA 5 was supposed to get some type of single-player DLC, but obviously around the time of 2013, online gaming was really starting to boom, so it's like, it makes sense why they centered all their attention towards online gaming. And plus, with the amount of money they was making with GTA Online, I can't really be mad at them. But as somebody who enjoys single-player content more so than online, it's like you would really hope to see them not focus so much on the online aspect. And it's like, we can only hope that they don't, but let's be real, they're probably gonna neglect single-player again. Another thing people don't want to see is so many non-enterable buildings. I will not lie, when GTA 5 came out, 14-year-old me was really expecting every building to be enterable, at least more than what was offered. I mean, you can't even walk into a burger shot. Like, people have to come out with mods to be able to walk into a burger shot. Like, no clucking bell, no none of that. Obviously, on the older GTAs, it seemed like, to me, you can walk into way more buildings than you could on GTA 5. A lot of the buildings that you can go into on GTA 5 are just restricted for certain missions. Once that mission is over, you can't go in there no more. And even if you could, it don't really serve a purpose. So I guess that's the other thing too. If people don't want so many non-enterable buildings, the one that are gonna be enterable have to serve some kind of purpose. At least that's the way I see it. One thing I will say though is when GTA 6 leaked, what, about 1.5 to 2 years ago, they were inside of a burger shot, was it? So I mean, you can pretty much confirm that we're gonna be able to go inside restaurants again, fast food joints at least. The next thing people do not want to see in terms of gameplay is the combat stance after firing a weapon. When you shoot a weapon on GTA 5, you go into this nasty combat stance where they just like kind of hunch over and it's like, all right, yeah, it's time for some action. When you go back on the other GTAs, I'll use GTA 4 specifically, even RDR2, it's not like that at all. The movement is more free. It doesn't feel as restricting and stiff, and you're not limited to certain actions that you can do. And let me just go ahead and add, people don't want to see that nasty stealth animation again from GTA 5. They want to see you to be able to crouch again. Surprise, surprise, a feature from Red Dead Redemption 2, aka the masterpiece of a game that people don't want to see. Just because it's a masterpiece don't mean that it's perfect. People don't want to see weapons degrading over time. For those of y'all who don't know, because there are some people who just say, forget RDR2, it's GTA with horses. If you haven't played it, please do. But in RDR2, the more you use your weapon, the more that it kind of degrades, because you have to upkeep it, take care of it, clean it, so on and so forth, or else your accuracy is gonna plummet. People don't want to see that again, which kind of makes sense because if you shooting guns in 1842, obviously that's not when the game takes place. It's dirty back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's less dirty now, but I don't know. People just don't want to see that feature. It's too much. It's too much care. Let's be real. People don't want to do chores in a video game. That's what The Sims 4 is for. And The Sims 4 is terrible too. I love The Sims, man. And while we're on the topic of RDR2, another thing people don't want to see is just the game being too realistic. Now, obviously, RDR2 isn't just this real life simulator, but there were a lot of features where people probably seen it as unnecessary, like eating, for example. Now, obviously, we gotta eat. That is necessary. But in a video game, game to just straight up eat so that Arthur doesn't become malnourished. I guess not too many people like that. Or maybe if they did, people at least said if we gotta eat, make it function the same as it did in GTA 5, where if your health is low, you gotta eat to get your health back up, like snacks and everything. But not only that, just getting gas and things of that nature. People don't wanna see things like that in the game. Getting gas I can understand because it could be quite tedious. I think you should just leave it up to the modding community to implement things like that. But again, you didn't come here for my opinion. Tap to run. That's one thing that people do not want to see in GTA 6 is tap to run. So I guess people would rather have the analog stick be pressed down like in FPS games. I don't know. Nobody specified in the subreddits, but it honestly doesn't matter to me. Better crash physics. GTA 4 hands down had the best physics out of the GTA series. You cannot deny it. A lot of people didn't like the driving. I remember when I was younger, I didn't like the driving in GTA 4. I didn't like GTA 4 in general, but the older I got and when I went back to replay it, GTA 4 is amazing, bro. Like the physics to driving cars is fun. I'm not saying GTA 4's car handling is realistic, but not even just that. I mean, ragdolling, how people respond to getting shot and hit, like all of that shit, excuse me, all of that stuff really just made the game feel alive and it felt real, even though I'm kind of being a hypocrite because we don't want the game to be too realistic, quote unquote you know what I mean. People don't want to see non-destructible trees either, which is funny enough because trees cannot be destroyed. It kind of sucks when you driving 100 miles per hour and then a tree is what stops you. That's the immovable object that out of all things will do it to you, even in a tank. So I can get behind that. I can get behind that. People was also saying that they don't want to see the same police system from GTA 5. Honestly, the police system is pretty whack. You could be standing there and police will shoot you for no reason, like just because you standing there. Like I'm just me, and you can tell that maybe, again, I'm not a developer, so it's like I don't have no room to talk, but just as a fan and as somebody who's played the game since 04. Oh, damn. Good lord, I'm old, bro. But as somebody who's been playing GTA since then, obviously the game gets better as time goes on, but the police system, you can kind of tell, if you compare it to GTA 4, it is pretty lazy. The cops are just killers themselves. Like they don't got time for no BS. It's like, I don't care if you looking at me funny. If you white, black, Mexican, Asian, they don't care. They don't discriminate. Anybody can die. Well, I mean, only the protagonist is black and white. So, I mean, but shoot, it don't matter. GTA Online, whatever character you make, they gonna kill you. You want to talk about Blue Lives Matter? Shit, on GTA 5? Yeah, that's the mindset that the cops have, no doubt. And last but not least, this is kind of an honorable mention, and I'm not joking when I say this. People do not want to see a female protagonist. It's too late. I don't mind it. I remember for years people were saying, like before GTA 6 was even in discussion, people were saying, oh, they're gonna have a female protagonist. Nah, please don't do it. How are we gonna pick up hookers? Like that was everybody's biggest concern. At least it was for me. It's like, what the I mean, but all jokes aside, for those who really don't want a female protagonist, it is what it is at this point, but that's what Jason is there for. Obviously, you're still gonna have moments where you have to play as Lucia, but for those who really despise that, I mean, you can either take it or leave it because it's in the game. I don't mind it. I'm actually looking forward to how they're gonna pull this off because I think for representation everywhere, for women as main characters in video games, I think it's gonna be huge, and it's just gonna be a cool thing to see. It's gonna be a new take. Like, how many open world crime games like this have a female protagonist? I think Lucia is gonna be dope, honestly. I mean, she looked dope based on that trailer. I think she's gonna be phenomenal. She's bad too, so I'm most likely gonna be playing as Lucia more than Jason for obvious reasons. Other than that, those were the main things that people did not want to see in GTA 6. A lot of valid points were brought up from what I've seen in the research that I've done, and I hope that a lot of this stuff actually is true and we don't see them. But, you know, only time will tell. We're actually less than a year away from the game dropping, believe it or not. It's been a full year since the trailer dropped, since last year, and we've gotten zero news. So I think once 2025 hits, GTA 5 announcements and trailers are finna be going crazy, and the hype is just gonna be nuts. I gotta get my life together before GTA 6 comes out. Please help grow this channel, man. Like I'm not begging, but you know, how great would that be? Other than that, if you made it this far into the video, please do leave a like because it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. If you didn't enjoy the video, then please leave a comment on how I can make it more enjoyable for others. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe because just like liking the video, it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. Other than that, I'm June, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button.